Pinpoint, bringing you the very best of the internet.
Welcome to Pinpoint. Now, if you, like me, have a hybrid disk setup, that means you have a small SSD on top of a large hard disk, then you'll probably find that your boot disk, your SSD, fills up quite quickly. At least it does for me. You see, I'm using a 200 plus gig SSD, which is not huge. I mean, Windows already takes up a pretty huge chunk of that, and my files, some of which I want, performance for, particularly all this video stuff, I put it on the SSD as well. But the thing is, that's not all that's taking up the space, and there may be things that, you want to actually clear up. I'm not talking about temp files, I'm not talking about system files, right? That stuff you would use some other tool to do this. But what I'd like to introduce you to today is a software that will help you essentially visualize the contents of a particular drive so that you can clean it up somehow. This program is called WinDirStat, right? I believe that stands for Windows Directory Statistics. But yeah, the idea is that what it will do is it will scan your entire disk. So that takes a while, but as a bonus, there are these little cute Pac-Mans running back and forth. But what's important is that it shows you this diagram at the bottom. Essentially, all these little squares, apart from being really nice to look at, represent different files. So of course, the bigger the square, the bigger the file is. And what I love about this is how easy it is to just zoom in on all the files that, are huge, right? And by looking at those, you have a good idea of what to either back up or delete entirely. I found that, at the minimum, it tells me where all the big files are, which programs are generating the large files, and that helps me to, make my decision, right, on what I should do next. There are also times where it outright just shows me files that I don't need to have lying around, and that's good, right? I can just delete that stuff. So again, if you're using any kind of disk where the capacity is really limited and you want to make space, you can consider taking a look at this program called WinDirStat. Alright, so yeah, that would be my recommendation for the day. It is a free and open source software, that is of course always a plus. So yeah, there you have it, right? A simple but useful utility to visualize the space you have on disk. That's all there is for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, you're watching 0612 TV with NERDfirst.net.
Thank you very much for watching. If you like my work and are feeling generous, you can shoot me a one-time donation on PayPal or sign up for a recurring one on Patreon. Of course, you can simply like, comment, and subscribe. You know the deal. For more videos, links to my channel and a related playlist are on screen. Thank you for your support.